As Queensland continues to develop, major cities like the Gold Coast will be faced with the challenge of providing transport infrastructure to accommodate the needs of the growing population. As of today, the current transportation infrastructure is almost at capacity, with congestion causing delays throughout the entire system, and with the total population located on the Gold Coast being expected to double to approximately 1.2 million by the year 2050, it is imperative that the transport facilities are updated or upgraded to allow for this growth. Current estimates, according to the 2016 Cost of Congestion Report, shows that due to congestion within cities, the average travel time has increased by a total of 28%, costing Australian businesses an estimated $3.5 billion a year, with the average travel time being increased by 27 minutes a day approximately. Furthermore, last year a report from the Committee for Economic Development of Australia said congestion could cost the nation more than $50 billion in lost productivity by 2030 unless addressed, with current congestion bills sitting at around $16 billion per year. Currently in cities, the main form of transport is via personal motor car, which is the cause of most issues relating to congestion/pollution within the Gold Coast. This is because as population increases within cities, space becomes both expensive and in low supply. Cars can take up a lot of space per person within the road, as a single person in a car takes up the same amount of space as a full one. And thirdly, cars need to be parked, taking up space while not contributing to the transport of the public. The use of private cars is further detrimental to society as while requiring a large amount of space while in operation, these vehicles must be stored somewhere within the city even while not being used. And as the amount of private-owned cars increases, the amount of resources, land and maintenance dedicating only to housing cars increases. These are resources that could be better used for the sustainability of the city, such as solar farms. Private motor vehicles were banned by the year 2050, then the target market for a transport infrastructure overhaul would include the vast majority of the public, as in Australia all citizens have the human right to transport, as transport is an essential part of independence to receive goods and services, to work and earn a living, and to participate in community life in general. And as such, it is our responsibility that the final solution must address each and every individual's needs to get around the city. For this project, factors such as age, occupation, gender, and mobility need to be kept in mind, and the design solution must be able to handle the transit of the entirety of the city's population, which is roughly 1.2 million people by 2050. Some examples of users of public transport within the Gold Coast would include high socioeconomic workers, people who would require transport to be quick and reliable, allowing the user to reach their desired destination on a tight schedule. Lower socioeconomic workers, these people would probably favor affordability over efficiency. Users who require transport to bring physical things with them, such as tradesmen, these guys would need the ability for extra transport space and security of their belongings. Recreational users who prefer comfortable use. Tourists, so the transport system should be intuitive and multilingual. Families who would prefer sometimes the need to be able to travel in a group together. And then there's the needs of handicapped and special needs people who must be considered. And VIPs, such as politicians or high-profile businessmen.
The intention of our design is to achieve a healthy balance between the numbers of commuters using road and numbers of commuters using rail to get to work every day. In doing so, we aim to dramatically reduce the numbers of cars on the road and people on regular public transport such as trains, buses, and trams. We are also aiming to cut the travel time from Gold Coast to Brisbane during peak travel times of 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. In these periods, we see our current transport system produce a large amount of traffic on the road and delays on the rail line. The introduction of personal rapid transit cars, subways, and maglev will take a place of private cars and standard public transport. Multiple PRT lines and subway connections from individual Gold Coast suburbs to one of the central maglev station. For example, Southport will connect the Gold Coast and Brisbane and cater for the two cities' peak hour transport needs. PRT cars will work in a similar fashion to a taxi or Uber service. Commuters will book their PRT pickup via the app on their phone. The PRT car will arrive at the commuter's doorstep at the time requested and take them to the nearest subway station or the central maglev station, whichever is closest. If commuters go to their nearest subway station, they will then catch a small maglev to the central station. Travel via the maglev to Brisbane will take a maximum of 15 minutes, with limit stops to ensure efficiency and speed. This will bring commuters' total travel time to work in the morning and home again in the evening to under an hour. You will also eliminate the risk of human error and traffic accidents caused by fatigue and lack of concentration.
Yeah. Our design vision is aimed at improving travel time, allowing that time spent travelling to be more accommodating for getting work done or watching entertainment. And we are also looking to dramatically improve safety in relation to accidents on the road. Firstly, travel time. Our design vision is looking to improve travel time dramatically when travelling between Brisbane and the Gold Coast during peak hours, and easing traffic in the cities by creating and improving infrastructure to alleviate the current traffic problem, allowing faster travel around the two cities. We made the decision to implement a maglev train to connect Brisbane and the Gold Coast because of the notoriously slow traffic on the M1. We estimated travel time between the two cities by car to be around 90 minutes during peak hours, as seen in the Google Maps estimation. The maglev train could potentially travel from Gold Coast to Brisbane in about 10 minutes if the train was able to match the top speed of 603 km per hour of the Japanese L0 series maglev train. This maglev train will give the M1 a bit of a reprieve, as regular commuters will choose the insanely fast travel time of the maglev between the two cities over sitting in a slow crawl on the freeway. To address congestion of traffic in the two cities, we are suggesting the solution of building a subway to connect all Brisbane suburbs together and all Gold Coast suburbs together. This is comparable to the existing Gold Coast tram infrastructure linking Broadbeach up to Helensvale. However, the advantage of the subway is that it is underground, leaving the roads and existing buildings on the surface mostly unaffected, whereas the tram system is integrated into the existing roads, which can cause delays. For example, cars waiting at traffic lights for a tram to pass by. This will not be such a problem when all vehicles using the same roads will be automated by PRT technology, which is essentially a computer or artificial intelligence controlling the flow of traffic and making sure no one crashes into each other. Also, the subway being underground allows much more direct routing to stations, improving travel time. Overall, we believe the existing tram line will be used in conjunction with PRT and the subway to accommodate the expected population in 2050, and giving commuters multiple choices in terms of public transport. Furthermore, our design vision is looking to drastically improve safety. This will be done by eliminating human error, which is the overwhelming cause of road accidents, as seen in the data table from the US Department of Transportation, which states that humans are the cause of around 94% of car crashes in the United States. So therefore, our solution to this is the PRT system. This system, being automated by a computer or artificial intelligence, will be in complete control of all vehicles on the roads, directing traffic perfectly, and in consequence will eliminate all road accidents that are the result of human error. In the case of a non-human error, such as breakdown in the middle of the road, the PRT system will be able to handle this situation as well by alerting other cars on the road of the accident and creating detours. The PRT system could also immediately alert emergency services to the accident.
As the population grows in southern Queensland and the transport system evolves, it is important that a sustainability and economical aspect is implemented into the solution found as to be in alignment with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Although there are 17 of these goals, only 4 apply, those being affordable and clean energy, industry, innovation and infrastructure, and sustainable cities and communities. The 2 goals that will be focused on in this study are affordable and clean energy and sustainable cities and communities. The main goal in all of our studies is that all options considered are as environmentally viable and considerate as possible. Already, the reduction of cars on the road reduces overall pollution release from exhaust systems, but furthermore, all vehicles will be powered electronically. This technology already exists, but is especially advanced in Tesla model cars, which may simply be charged from a device inside a house. Considering the leap that this technology has made even since 1999, when the first true hybrid car was released, to now, where new Tesla models may drive up to 320 kilometers per charge. And while electric car sales only account for 3% of total personal car vehicle sales, this is projected to increase by 7% by 2020. Furthermore, to this point, alongside the decreased pollution due to the use of electric cars, the energy to power these cars must be produced cleanly and with a minimal effect on the release of harmful gases through the burning of fossil fuels. This need has been partly filled already with the use of solar panels, although without phenomenal cost, it is impossible to use only solar panels to power a house or to complete a transport system fully. Although current advancements in this technology have seen the use and efficiency of solar panels skyrocket, with it being projected that most solar power systems will increase from an efficiency of around 21% today to almost 26% in the next 10 years, which is assuming no major breakthroughs are made. And the process of turning the energy from the sun into heat energy is made more efficient. The goal of this whole project is to effectively eliminate congestion while adhering to environmental standards and the following guidelines set by the UN in their Sustainable Development Goals.